Scrub Nail Boutique down in Fells Point. And what's it called? You do something with the hair. What's it called?
Twist out below.
She twists it long. So if you look at my hair, she does a good job. So I don't know. You want to bring up Jazz? Oh, Jazz.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Jazz. I'm gonna give her a.
Okay, let me tell the story. I gotta tell the story real quick. So Jasmine is one of 4 daughters that I have, and she's entrepreneurial, of course. And then Tamara, I met Tamara. She used to come to our women business events all the time, and she's just getting on my nerves. I need help to get my business started, and I'm like, you know what? Let me be like Oprah. Let me be like Oprah and create a Dr. Phil and a Dr. Oz. So I was kind of nervous when I kind of put them two together because I know her personality and I started to learn her personality. So when they first came together, they kind of hit it off. And I don't know how many moms, how many mom cohorts.
I don't know.
It's about 100. That's 100 moms that have gone through the program, and I'm glad to see. Yeah, I mean, this is like a reunion, y'all. So if you've gone through the mom program, you just raise your hand. Yeah. Go ahead. It's like a reunion here, right? So I'm gonna ask some people, what cohort? Do you remember what cohort you were in?
Number 2. I think 2 or 3.
2 or 3. All right, 2 or 3. 5 or 6. You don't know. You don't know. Oh, you just get ready. So yeah, we're gonna get this straight out. Oh no. So we actually started off at the Q. We started off at the old Q.
No, we started off at the church.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah, we were in the hood. So I played security guard. I was an instructor, but no. And then we went to the Q. We did some sessions at Morgan State University.
went to Mondawmin.
Yeah, we were at Mondawmin. I was a security guard there too. And then Morgan, and then we just had a class here at the new Q as well. So without further ado, Dr. Tamara Lucas and Jasmine Sims.
I am going to be brief. This will be Jasmine's show tonight. She didn't even know, but she just came on her vacation, so she's well rested. First of all, I want to welcome everyone to the Q Cowork. If you guys have never been here, we are now the largest Black women-owned co-working space in the United States. And we provide on-site babysitting services. So not only do we have this event space, but we have about 20 plus private offices, open co-working, a playroom, 3 conference rooms. And you can also have, if you have an online business, you can have a virtual mail address as well, because you need that in order to build your business credit. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are actually super excited because we are post-pandemic, and this is really our first my event that we've done after COVID, post-COVID.
I'm sorry, did you say y'all the largest
Black women-owned co-working space in the United States.
Thank you. I didn't hear that.
I am happy to see so many of us here, and when I say us, I mean Black women, Black moms. Our organization, the National Association of Mom Entrepreneurs, I'm going to say moms as entrepreneurs. We are here to provide resources, services, education, and advocacy so that moms can thrive in business. Growing up, Jasmine and I, this is why Omar was really nervous about putting us together, because we moved from West Baltimore. and we realized we're actually from the same community, but we did not know each other. But we saw that there were so many moms that had so much talent in the community, and they were the heads of households. When we started in 2013, I can't believe it's been this long. Baltimore were ran by single mothers living below the poverty level. But how many of you all have ever walked down the street and saw a mom doing hair, selling frozen cups, making clothes, all of these skills that we had, but no one was nurturing them or investing in them because one, we were black women, and two, they thought that we weren't able to assume the pressures of starting a business because we were raising a family. But I don't know about any of you all, my household is ran just like a business, right? Like, everyone has a schedule, you got goals you're trying to achieve. And so Jasmine and I came together to build this. We're kind of getting back into the groove of things post-COVID. It's a little different. And really, we kind of took a break to kind of rebrand to that national organization. You all will get information soon about our membership. So please check it out and more events as well. So how today is going to run, Jasmine's going to come up, she's going to introduce some of our moms that have graduated from our program, and we're going to have a little discussion about where are they now, okay? Because I think that's important. And then we're going to go into our pitch competition. This is how the pitch competition is going to work. We had 8 moms. It was first come, first sign up basis. So those that was here on time had the opportunity to sign up. So we chose 8 moms to come up and pitch for 3 minutes. And once everyone is done, there are QR codes on each of the tables. All you have to do, the audience will choose the winner. The winner will leave here today with $1,000 as well as $1,000 along with resources from the Women's Business Center at Morgan State University. And we're talking about mentorship, advisement, and other things that they're going to offer.
So just real quick, correction. You're not going to leave here today with $1,000.
Oh, yeah, you're not.
You're going to have to invoice me to get the $1,000. All right?
And you know, sometimes we like to give out money. So who knows? There may be more than one person that's living with something. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. And Austin, that's what you were trying to tell me. So Austin will be offering. First of all, let's give Austin a round of applause. Let me say this. I am the worst with answering text messages and phone calls. But Austin does not give up on me. He shows up, and he has continuously been a sponsor for all 5 of our events, providing live stream, pictures, and video. And so it is men like Austin, Omar, and Corey who continues to support us. Give Corey, our bartender, a round of applause. He is my best friend, so my BS is his BS. And vice versa. And so you will receive a package, a branding package from Austin as well, the winner. So y'all need to put the line.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, there's more.
There's more. Hey, y'all. So, Austin, I want to publicly thank you. I came to Tamira's last event here a couple months ago, right? Networking event. And I didn't even know I was entered or that it was a branded shoot giveaway taking place until I was tagged on Instagram. I'm going to tell y'all that this man was phenomenal at that shoot. I'm pretty social. I'm a little socially awkward when it comes to all eyes on me, ironically, right? But he made me feel so comfortable and so welcome. He was patient. Like, he gave me suggestions and everything. He even let my husband help pick out some poses and everything, y'all. He's the bomb. We are going to book a family shoot with him soon when my daughter comes back from California to visit. But I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
This is all about building community and building a network, building relationships. So Jasmine, the floor is on. I'm done talking to today. I'm gonna go get me a shot of ginger ale. This is our star. Look at
Hi
This is Drew. Say hi, Drew. Hi. This is my youngest daughter. She's 4. And what are you going to be when you grow up?
A doctor.
Yes.
She was saying that since she was 2, but since she has to be an entrepreneur, she's going to have her own practice. So my journey as an entrepreneur was not an easy journey, right? I had to bootstrap my business like a lot of us do. Actually, most black women-owned businesses start with about $10,000 of their own money and no resources and no help and 0 access to capital, but we make it work anyway. Because we're also the fastest growing segment of entrepreneurs in the country. And actually, the state of Maryland has the highest rate out of everywhere in the country of minority-owned startups, right? So you all are a part of that number. And the National Association of Mine Entrepreneurs is the leading organization in raising that number of black women-owned businesses. And we have the privilege of being able to change the way that our families grow, the way that we gain information, the way that they see their opportunities growing up in households with women like us who are ambitious, who want more for ourselves, more for our families. And so we have tasked ourselves to make sure that as we grow that we have women that grow with us. Right? Because entrepreneurship is a constant learning environment. You never completely get it. It doesn't necessarily get easier, but you get better at managing it, pivoting, recovering, and learning what opportunities you should attack and what risk you should take on or avoid, right? And so we've been able to graduate about 170 Black mom-owned businesses through this program, and I'm so happy that we have so many of them here today. So I want to thank you all again for coming. And thank you for continuing to be a part of this ecosystem. And one of the greatest things that I've seen from the program is that the women who have gone through the program have found support in other women in the program. And over the years have kept in touch, have worked together, created products together, done events together. And so I think that's the greatest thing that you have to gain is just more love, more support around you. And so I'm going to give you all the chance to learn more about some of these women today. She missed me. You know I was going
Pizza.
Oh, you can come back and you eat it, all right? Go ahead. Go ahead. You can come back. So you get to learn more about these women and what their journey was, where they are now, and maybe you can pick up some gems that might help motivate you to keep going, right? Because we are resilient. We carry a lot of our bags, but we still need motivation. We need somebody to look out for us, hear us out, vent to, lift us up, right? So I want to welcome, who do I want to Gary. Callie. Who else is coming? She said, no, are you coming? Who coming? Kaylin is coming, okay. Just stand there. Raise your hand. Oh, baby's welcome. Baby's welcome. Okay, so we're going to go down the line. I want you to introduce your name, your business. Hold on.
Hi, my name is Gary McCarter, best known as Coach G. I'm the founder and CEO of Coach G Academy Incorporated. We are a youth step team that uses STEP to engage youth in the education, leadership, and mentoring.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Caitlin and I am a virtual assistant. My business is a virtual cafe and I basically just assist Black female entrepreneurs with their administrative everyday.
Hi everyone, my name is Keyshawn and I'm the owner of Confident event planning company. We also do weddings, coordination, all of that good stuff. And yes, that's what I've been doing.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Rice, and I am CEO of Transport. We are a trucking business. Okay, so I want to start from our humble beginnings. Let's talk about where you were when you started with then Moms as Entrepreneurs, right? I think Kelly's the first one to be a part of the National Association of Mom Entrepreneurs. But everyone else thought it was Moms as Entrepreneurs when we were in the hood, like I want to say. So, Gary, tell us what made you decide that entrepreneurship was for you and what you were able to gain from the program.
So I actually have been a fan of the program since its inception. Since the first cohort, someone who I adopted as my godmother, one of the people in the first cohort, and that's what motivated me, watching her go through the program, seeing what Tamara and you were doing, and I'm in a family of first generation everything, and I was like, this can happen. These women are doing this. They're helping other people. If my mother had this, how different would her life be? So once I saw that you guys were doing it and continually supported the program, I got pregnant, well married and pregnant, and
At the same time.
my good girlfriend sponsored me to be a part of the program because I had been a support and sponsored several people because I was like, I don't got kids, and I don't make sure anybody who I know can get sponsored. So that's what gave me the motivation, you guys. And I knew what I wanted to do, but I really didn't have an idea of how to make it happen. And it was this program that really helped me see you don't want a for-profit, you want a non-profit. And this is how you go about it. And this could really be big. Just keep going. So that's how I got into entrepreneurship.
So I would say my motivation was my son. Working and having to choose between like going to work or staying home to take care of a sick baby or feeling like I'm not giving him enough attention, just made me realize that I don't want to go into work every day. I mean, the pandemic has definitely made me realize I did not go back into the office again. So I just know I wanted to be able to make my own schedule. So I can change it or go on vacation or work from wherever and not feel bad about choosing between one or the other. But I'm not gonna say entrepreneurship, you definitely have to make some sacrifices. Yeah, a lot of sacrifices, which I'm so glad he's so patient with me. Because I'm like, all right, just give me another hour and I promise we can go outside or do whatever. Because you're working for yourself. So it's like you don't have a backup to, well, I have a backup, I have a 9 to 5, but not for long.
Yeah. You have to do what you have to do to, do for your family. So make sure we're talking. And also, Moms as Entrepreneurs has helped me. Well, that's what I wasn't with the National Association.
Right.
But I didn't know where to begin. Yeah, we were all three of us. Yeah. We all were in the same boat. It made me it helped me go step by step. Because when you're looking at something, you're looking like at the big picture and you're like overwhelmed, like where the heck do I begin? So they like broke it down. Every week was something different you can work on. So it kind of like helped you out to see like, okay, this is the goal that I need to make. Okay, I need insurance. Oh, I didn't know I needed insurance. I need like all the things you didn't think about. They broke it down for you and helped you, kind of push you. And the pitch competition, we worked hard. We had our tables all decked out. Yeah, it was the serious thing. We were stressed out, anxiety in there, like listen. But yeah, it's just a good experience. And it's so many people that you get to meet. Like I had a client and I reached out to her so she could do the decor for the event. So you just have different people you can reach out to every day. So, first question, how you already know something more?
Yeah, I'm going into entrepreneurship and how you Okay. Along your journey.
So, I think I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I don't know if there's no other Sagittarius in the room, but I'm a Sag, and we're just full-blown bosses all day. And then besides that, my grandmother was a serial entrepreneur. She had a laundromat, a clothing boutique, and a restaurant when we were younger. So I do come from a line of entrepreneurs. But on a personal level, I just always knew I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to use the gifts and talents that God gave me to pour into other people. And it's just a bonus for me because I'm really passionate about decorating. So it goes hand in hand for me and my journey in life. I would say that my academy, and I'm sorry I didn't even know the name changed until just now. But yeah, so my academy helped me, and I was actually sponsored into the program as well. But it gave me a lot of reassurance because it was actually the same exact year that I started my business, which was 2018, January of 2018, and then I think I went into the cohort November or something. But it gave me reassurance because midway through that year, I was already about to give up in business because of a tragedy that I had with my family. I lost a very close family member. So I wasn't even going to do the cohort that same exact year. And my friend was like, no, you have to. I've heard so many good things about them. She was like, I'll do it with you because she has her own business as well. So we actually did it together. And then I just met so many awesome women there. And so once again, they just gave me so much reassurance that I was on the right track and that I was doing everything. Because like Caleb was saying, sometimes you get so overwhelmed when you don't know it all. You go into business feeling like you have to know it all, and you don't. Because it's going to always be a learning experience no matter how far you go. But just being able to network with the other women and us still keeping in touch with one another, because I have a lot of people from our cohort that we actually keep in touch and work with each other all of the time. And one thing I've learned in business is that you can't do it by yourself. You need that support. So I will forever be grateful for you all for helping me with that.
All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my little spill on there. So I am not the last, but I'm from the most recent cohort. And I would like to say just pretty much, I haven't wanted to take this course for a very long time. However, life had definitely got in the way of me being able to take the course. One thing for certain, two things for sure, I was like, I know for a fact I have gifts and talents and things of that sort to be able to just bring to the world, but I wasn't sure on exactly how to do it. And then as I'm getting closer and closer and closer to like my mom's death age, I'm like, hey, I have to be able to kind of like live my best life to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? And not just say, okay, well, Kelly, this is what you've been used to doing for the past couple of years. You know, you've been in mental health, you've been in education, but I know that there is something else that's out there for me, so I just don't want to continue to do the same thing over and over again. So I have a passion for so many different things, and my mind is like always going in so many different directions. I don't know, sorry, Sag, but the Pisces in me, I'm just like, I'm like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that, but I just want to be able to learn how to focus, you know, and then also to be able to do things for myself, and to be happy for it, because I'm always taking care of other people. So this was the opportunity. This is my year. This is 2022. 22 is my favorite year. 22 is the year I lost my mom. I was like, listen, I'm going to try out something new. I'm going to try a whole other industry I know nothing about. I'm not into trucking. I don't know anything about it, but taking this course has taught me so much about just the background of it, even though we didn't go into details, you know, about trucking, but you just definitely just continue to pour into me over and over and over again. But just to learn so much different things about business and knowing to you can't do it by yourself, taking your time and getting the background knowledge. I've taken business courses, like I'm all, again, back to psychology, education, so this was something new for me. And it just empowered me to just continue to keep pushing and just be like, hey, you don't always have to stay in the norm. It's okay to try out something different. So I am so happy within myself and my life that I am doing something for me, you know, versus always doing something for mommy with babies and everything. So I am forever grateful to be able to be a part if it applies to you, feel free to speak on it. But what is one of the greatest challenges you've had in your business, and how have you been able to continue on from or recover from it?
I can speak on that. I guess so. Right after we finished our cohort, I got my first client. I was so excited. I knew from the interview, like I go to meet up. I was like, this is maybe this not a good fit. But I'm like, you know what? It's my first client. I'm gonna do it. And it happened. And then I'm like, okay, maybe this is not for me. Like, had me totally second guessing myself. Like, maybe I'm not a people person. Like, I don't. Like, maybe I just need to stick to my 9 to 5 because what's happening. But it just made me realize that it's okay to say no. You don't need to work with, right, you don't need to work with everybody who comes to you. Like, the people that are supposed to be in your corner or that you're supposed to work with will come to you. Like, and I had to realize with that, it just made me know exactly the kind of person that I want to work with, I guess. In the industry, I had to be very specific about who I was targeting as my ideal client. And at first I'm like, I'm not limiting myself. I'm gonna work with everybody, but no, absolutely not. I cannot work with everybody. So that just made me realize that. So for a second, I was like, listen, this is it. That was my client. I tried, whatever. But now I have 2 clients and a possible one starting in July. And it's
Possible too.
a possible. I'm ready. It's all like coming together, and I'm so grateful.
So I can speak on that as well. So one obstacle that I actually recently faced this year, so I left my job in June 2020, became a full-time entrepreneur. I still am, and the same year I got my very first venue. It was going amazing. Everything was beautiful. I met the most amazing clients. That's one thing with me. I don't really get a lot of bad clients. I probably had 97% good and 3% bad. But I had so many plans for it, and then recently in March, something out of my control happened, and I no longer had my venue, which was also a second stream of income for me in business. So now I'm just like trying to pick up the pieces because, like Jasmine said, those loans can get very, very low. And I had to sit back and think that, when I went through my goals in December for 2022, I kept telling God, like, I want to do more weddings. I want to do more weddings. Like, that was always my passion. That's actually how I first started with event planning and decorating, was actually doing centerpieces for a friend of mine's wedding. And I'm like, I think that's what I want to go back to, just trying to, once again, find my niche. Because I can do a lot in my field, but I'm the type that I do get overwhelmed with certain stuff if I'm doing a lot at once. So I'm like, I think that's what I want to do. And just walked into 2022. I've been booking more weddings than I have been booking events. But I lost my venue, and I'm like, what does this mean? Like, what does this mean for me? And then I had to really sit back and think about it, and I'm like, well, he must be just giving me an opportunity to focus on what I said. So you have to be careful what you put out into the universe, because it will come, and it don't always come pretty, wrapped up in those little buttons. It comes, and it's like, what in the heck? Like, I didn't see that coming at all, and I said, I've learned from that experience. Every hour is not, a loss, it's a lesson. And I'm like, I've done it past it with flying colors. I can, get me another building when I'm ready and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was
And if anybody knows me and my businesses, I've gone through some of the worst challenges you can have in a business, right? From construction to floods, bad weather, a fire, then COVID. And I was like, look, I done had enough. I done done it. We done had it all. But when I experienced a fire in my business, it was one of the greatest business lessons I could have But even though it felt like a huge failure, right? I'm like, I lost my business, it's gone. But what it taught me was you have to have a plan, a backup plan. If you have a space and you lose it, what's next? Right? If all your staff walks out one day, what do you do next? If the bank calls and says, you ain't got it this week, and bills are due, what do you do? What's next? So you always need a plan, right? And what I learned is that your business is not just the products and services that you offer, your business is as a whole and complete brand. And so it takes you to build a proper foundation so that even if you lose your space, even if your website is down, even if your phones are off, you still have a business. And so it takes continuing to educate yourself, creating a plan and revisiting it often to create something that is going to sustain 9 years, 10 years, 12 years, 20 years, right? And the success that you look forward to is not going to happen year 1, year 2, year 3. That's what they put on Instagram and they lying. They are lying. They pulling up in. They getting G-Wagons on Amex credit cards and then filing bankruptcy. That's what they're showing you a lot of times. So don't always believe the hype, but have a plan for your success, right? So that when these challenges do come, it's not going to take you out the game completely. You're able to turn it around into a new opportunity for your business to grow and show that it's sustainable, right? And that's attractive for your exit strategy, right? Because we won't work forever. So what are some of the greatest highs that you've had? And that'll be our last question. What is one of the accolades that maybe you always wanted but you got the chance to achieve? What is a great opportunity you had? A great interview, a great something that happened in business?
I've had a lot of greats, thankfully. I have, but I think I know it's because the young girls that I work with are great. All of their accomplishments from like getting to school every day to graduating high school to graduating college to making more to be working at Google. That happens. So I've had a lot of successes, and I think the biggest blessing is the fact that, you know, since I was a young child, I said I wanted to make an impact in young girls' lives and change their trajectory and be a mentor, be that person who someone was to me. And the biggest success is I'm absolutely that to so many young girls who have matriculated through our program. And are doing exceptional. They're doing exceptional. It's the girls in Baltimore City that is my success story.
I guess where I am right now is probably my high right now. I feel like I'm making so many connections, and I kind of see my goals or my plans for my business like coming together, and eventually I want to be able to hire other moms. So I feel like that can happen soon, and it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, but it's kind of exciting all at the same time because success can be scary. And I'm just like, okay, like it's happening for real. Like, am I about to be working for myself?
Like for real, but I really find out.
Like
That
it
part.
can happen.
Yeah, that part.
And I talk to my sister about that every day. Like, girl, we about to be working for ourselves. So I would say that's mine.
So I'll leave you all with this. I'll leave you all with this. As you start or grow or operate your businesses, think about what success is to you. Right? A lot of times you think success in entrepreneurship is scaling to 10 locations or multi-million dollars in revenue, but sometimes it's the fact that you're able to put food on the table. And it's okay to be proud of that. Entrepreneurship and your success is up to what you say it is, right? Think about what that looks like to you, and then set the goals to get you there. Make sure you give them a time frame. Make sure you give yourself specific steps to get it done. And then measure it along the way to say, am I on the right track to get into where I want to be in my business? And if you ever feel like you're not on the right track, give the National Association of
Look away. So they all know that I was the best instructor.
Oh wait, before you do that change, one last thing, because I totally forgot to mention this. This year we are bringing back, that best instructor made me think about this. We are bringing,
she didn't recognize I was the best instructor.
no, the kid said he was horrible. We are bringing back our youth entrepreneurship camp. It's August the 1st through the 5th. The kids actually learn stock, technology, entrepreneurship, art, and money. They actually build businesses. They also invest in stock every single day without stock simulator. That weekend, they will actually be having a pop-up. I'm so happy to see this. At Port Discovery. It's for ages 7 to 12. We only have 4 spaces left. So right on our website, sign your kids up. It's here. I think you do 8 to 4, and then you can do before and after here. But all of the information, I just wanted to make sure I said that before I forgot.
All right, so
I need a step class.
do we need to step? Well, because I'm like golf.
Need a step class?
Step class?
Yes.
Ooh, yes. Come here, you
Work it out.
All right. Well, let's give them a hand. Thank you for naming me the best instructor. All right, so now we're about to do the pitch competition. So here are the rules. Oh, you gonna do the
You real shy today.
All right, so Drew is gonna be my timekeeper. So when you hear this loud beep, that means it's gonna be time for you to wrap up. So, again. All right, so everybody get 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna give you 2, and I'm gonna give you 1. All right, so you get 3 minutes, you get 2 minutes remaining, 1 minute, and then wrap up. So when you hear the alarm go off, that means it's time for you to hit. All right, and then at the end, we will determine who the winner is, because you all will determine who the winner is. All right. All right. All right. So we're gonna go in the order that you all signed up. So Karma. I want to know that.
Testing. Tell me where to start. Now, okay. Hey, my name is Carm. I own Carm's Dance Factory and Dance Studio in the Woodlawn area. I've also been an educator for Multnomah County Public School as an educator for over 20 years. I am born and raised in New York, and in New York, I'm from the projects, and what kept me all of the streets was my dance school, my theater school, and everything that had to do with just keeping myself busy. My stepmom made sure that I did all of it, and that's what I'm trying to bring here. to audition for anything, things that they're just going to be a part of, because that's what it was in New York. All our schools, even when we were little, singing, dancing, all of that is lovely, but I realized, and speaking to some of you, the arts are entrepreneurship. The arts are the things that you guys do. Okay, so what I want to build is a place where the core curriculum, I'm a master's of education, I got to have it. But I want to bring people like yourselves actually into the building to teach our youth. Because if we don't start from there little, we are not going to have productive adults. Plain and simple. We have to start with the little, mid, and get them out there to be a productive adult, because you guys see what's going on. We got to start little and get them the entrepreneurship down. I've seen TikTok little girls braiding. I've seen TikTok all these little entrepreneurs. That's the school that I would love to build and get everybody in one space and be productive. Thank you very, very much.
All right, next up, Hyacinth. Yes.
Good evening, fellow moms. How are you? Yeah. So as busy professionals, we know that there are not enough hours in a day or days in a week to do the things that we need to do for our business. And then on top of that, we pile on our household chores. So I'm sure that you know people who have piles of laundry just sitting around. And that's okay, no judgment, because that used to be me. No judgment, no reason. It used to be me, so no judgment. However, so I decided to start the Laundry Basket LLC. So I'm Hyacinth Tucker, and so we do mobile laundry and dry cleaning, and we service the greater DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia area. And some people look at this as luxury, but it's really not. It's about self-care. So what it is that we allow you to get back to work, so we do the work for you. So we have been operating since the beginning of the year, and it has been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing journey, thank you. We started in 2021 with just the idea, and then we started getting traction the early part of this year. So we expertly clean, dry, fold, and return your clothes to you. We are affordable. We start off at $39.99 a month, and we offer subscription plans. So you just pay one price, and that's it. And it's a monthly subscription. You only get the coins every month, but it's a monthly subscription. And it is on demand. So you pick the day that you want us to come out, and we come out every day, including Sundays. And your clothes are returned back to you the next day. So our target markets, we would like to say that, everybody has laundry, but we understand that we do have certain target markets. So definitely busy professionals, moms, seniors, as well as people who have post-surgery patients, because sometimes it's just a little too much to try to bend down and do what you need to do, but stuff still needs to get done. And I think that's it. So thank you.
All right, so Karma is number one, right? And the name of your business, well, I guess Tamara is going to be one. Yep, so she's going to be 1, 2, and 3. So Hyacinth is number 2. Crystal.
Yes.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I want to use the mic. Great. In 2021, imagine my surprise when I went to think about where I could locate a greeting card to celebrate Mother's Day for my girlfriends. I'll pause. Anybody know where I can find that? I couldn't. So instead of me being concerned with not being able to find what I wanted, it inspired me to create it. From there, my business Around the Way Parchment was launched, and the very first product was Mother's Day cards for friends. And it went off like a hitch, right? And so from there, I was able to birth the entire business and expand from just special occasions, but to a full product line of now 35 various greeting cards that celebrate everything from zodiac birthday cards, I do have Sagittarius, to the celebration cards for graduation. But here's the best part. I created a line of greeting cards for Black female entrepreneurs. Yes. And they do help to serve as a source of motivation and encouragement. The greeting card industry is a booming industry, if you do not know, with sales roughly topping $8 billion a year with roughly $6.5 billion greeting cards purchased every year. Through Around the Way Parchment, I'm making my stamp on that greeting card world by being a Black mom, a Black female, really putting my stamp on it to say the things that I can't find anywhere else and to be a source of inspiration. I am seeking additional funds because my business is an e-commerce business, and I'm also launching into the vending world with the various pop-up shops. And if you know anything about that, there are fees associated with serving as a vendor. And again, we're talking about bootstrapping the business and really doing it from my own funds. I'm seeking additional funds to be able to offset the cost of those vending. I'm seeking additional funds to be able to offset the cost of those vending opportunities so that I can continue to spread the message of Around the Way Parchment to not only Baltimore, but throughout Maryland and then also into other states. This business has given me an opportunity to blend my passion of writing along with creativity and of course my love of all things stationery. Right now the business has, like I said, roughly 35 various cards, and then I am expanding later this summer into various other stationery items. And the tagline for the business is strengthening relationships one piece of paper at a time, because stationery does just that.
First goes number 3. Number 4 is O'Delshay. Did I say it right? O'Delshay.
Alright, so hello everyone. First I'd like to ask a question. Raise your hands, it's more like a statement. But raise your hand if you've ever had your mom cry. And that's the I already see a hand. That's the, I'm doing the best I can. But I haven't quite got to where I really want to be. I've had my cry. Not to lie, on the way over here, I had a little bit of a cry, right? Because confidence is a major thing for me. As you said, my name is O'Delshay, Wiles Robinson L. Bay. Professionally, I go by Egypt English. I am a travel wellness professional, AKA a practitioner and a specialist. My job with Big Boss Masters is to empower women to be their most confident self. And why do I say that? Because I haven't always been my most confident self. It started with jewelry, it went to poetry, it moved on to travel readings, all sorts of inspiration to get mothers like myself, but just women in general, able to stand up, rise up, speak up, start those businesses that feed beautiful people, decorate things that make people excited. Like the moments that we need are all within us. I like to say that you are the most powerful person you will ever encounter. And what we often do is we bury our confidence alive. We continue to tell ourselves that the light is outside of ourselves. And I never want that for anyone. So when I say Big Boss Masters is here to show you or show women that they can be the most powerful person in their life, that's what we do. And thank you.
O'Delshay is number 4. Up next is Patricia.
Hello everyone, my name is Patricia Watson. I am CEO and Director of Dopeness at Hood Adjacent Tees, where we are more than just a t-shirt company, we are a movement. So Hood Adjacent Tees was spawned we were born in 2013. I was still doing psychology full time, and I kept saying, Lord, I just want to do my own thing. Who said be careful what you wish for? Because God said, okay. Yeah, because God said, all right, I'm gonna sit you all the way down. I'm gonna retire you medically from the state, so you can go ahead and do this full time. So I've been doing it full time since 2020, right before the pandemic, so I slid right on it. So not only do we do t-shirts, we do anything and everything that's customizable. And a unique thing about us is when we are able to launch our flagship store, we will not only be a t-shirt company and a t-shirt store where you can customize everything you want, But we'll also have classes for anything for the community to not only sustain but improve our community. We are going to be focused a lot in mental health. With my background in mental health, I know that our community is suffering. We are a family, and we have not been acting like it. We have not been helping each other. We have not been there for each other, much less there for ourselves. So we will focus mainly on that, and the store will fund that. So we'll also have a community garden and a cafe, which will employ some of our unhoused people that have some problems getting employment because they don't have an address. We will provide that. They will have employed some of our lovely pharmaceutical people who are great with numbers, but because of their background, they have a problem with getting a job. We'll solve that. So we're looking to not only empower each other, but empower the community. Our merchandise that we sell, you can customize it. We go anywhere from Shirley Caesar to mulatto, whatever's on your playlist. You don't have to be in a box because we're from Baltimore. We are the greatest city in America, but we are also very diverse. So you can be a runaway girl, but you can also love Jesus, one of the petty Jesuses or any of the Jesuses. So that's all I have. Please look out for us. It's www.hoodish.org. Thank you.
Patricia's number 5. Number 6 is Gil Brianna.
That's how you say it. Because people say my name incorrectly.
I know.
I definitely did not know how to say your name. And then hearing everybody, I'm like, I was definitely wrong. Is it time?
Yep.
Okay.
See it.
All right. Hey, mama. So my name is Gilly. I just go by Gilly, y'all. I am the owner and founder of New Mommy, which is an organization that advocates for all things pregnancy, postpartum, and motherhood. So we do a couple of things. So number 1, we have events. We talk about real life stuff that moms really want to talk about, but usually don't have a safe space to say. So stuff like monitoring her sexuality, how to feel like yourself after you have a baby, and what you really feel like after you have a baby. Monitoring her work life. Do you really want to go back to work full time? How do you now manage your schedule now that you are a working mom, not just a mom? We also plan on launching services within the 3rd quarter this year, which I'm super excited about. So a service like Mama Needs a Ear. I remember back in my postpartum, early postpartum, I just needed somebody to talk to. Somebody who didn't know me from a can of paint, I could just vent and say, literally, this baby's been crying for 2 hours, what do I do? I'm going crazy, I kind of want to cry, but I got to breastfeed, I need a pump, I haven't eaten today, like all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to provide a service where you can actually call in and just talk to somebody. Literally, they don't know you from a can of paint, you can just vent and tell them whatever you need to talk. Tell them about it. It's hard to find a therapist sometimes. It's hard to find somebody to really talk to, so we're going to offer that service. We're also going to offer Mom Needs a Hand. And it was so crazy when you was up here pitching. I was like, damn, we all got that pile of laundry that we keep walking in. That's actually the service that we're going to provide. We ain't picking it up now. We'll come to your house. We'll come to your house and actually fold the laundry for you. We'll wash those dishes. We'll wash your child for 1 to 3 hours while you work from home so you can actually focus on working from home and not trying to change the baby, trying to provide all of that kind of stuff. So we provide on-demand services that moms really need. We want to promote a culture of motherhood with ease, because we always talk about this village, but we don't have an app that we can click and somebody can come to our house in like 30 minutes just to help us when we really need a break. So the service is called Mommy Needs a Break, Mama Need a Ear, just stuff that we really need. And because I remember I really needed that early in my postpartum time, I was like, I need a break, I need an ear, I need someone to talk to. So God told me to do this a couple of months ago. I was super nervous. I was like, no, bro, I'm not doing it. But if y'all ever told God, no, you know what He's going to do. He's going to push you into that thing. So thank you all for hearing about me.
Is that service for teenagers too?
We can make number 6. Alright, and up next.
Yes. What? Because Mama need a break.
Alright, so I have a service too. You want to bring your kids over? I'll watch your kids. Just charge them $1,000. Ashley is number 7.
Hi everyone. I'm glad to be here today. My name is Ashley Fullwood, and I am the lead photographer, the only photographer Marie Photography. And taking photos has always been an interest of mine since high school, and it's inspired by my grandmother, whose name is Marie, which is why I put Marie. But anyway, when I first started like taking pictures for other people in 2013, of course inspired or pushed by Tamara, I really didn't have a focus, or I was just taking pictures for anybody who needed and doing anything. So, you know, that doesn't work out very well when you don't really have a goal and know what you want for your business. And so now, as I relaunched my photography business, I am pivoting to personal branded photography, so offering photography for entrepreneurs, creatives, small business owners. And so I'm very excited about this new direction. And so essentially, you know, ever since I started photography, it's always about the story. And so like my tagline is, you know, storytelling through photography. And so now more than ever, I think you all can probably relate and know to some extent that having a business is more than just selling a product or providing a service. It's about telling your story through your business and through your service and connecting to your ideal clients, because there's tons and tons of products out there, but one of the things that makes your product or service unique is you. And so my service is really focused on capturing you and making you the face of your brand, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because you're really that proud of your business and proud of the work that you do, and so you want to put your face to that. And so the process is very educational. My GPS system, I'm your guide, not just your photographer, your guide, your planner, and your strategist. And the process really goes through identifying like your values, your mission, why you do what you do, why you love what you do, who you want to serve, what your passion is, and then tying that into your images to give you a consistent gallery of photos that you can use all across your platform. So your website, your Instagram, email, paper marketing, any type of marketing that you want to do. And so if you are new business, it's really helpful because sometimes you haven't thought about those things. I know I didn't. Like, you know, who's your ideal client? Like you said, you don't want to just sell to anybody or appeal to anybody. So anyway, through the whole process, the experience is, the full experience is 3 hours. You get to do multiple locations, multiple outfits, really to give you enough photos to use for the quarter. And then I also offer subscription packages where you get a discount if you book more than one session, like either 2 or 4 in a year. So that's actually.
Number 7 and number 8, Coach. Coach G.
Very woody.
You got this. That's Coach.
Okay. In a world of basketball wives, loving hip hop, and Bad Girls Club, where do we find our Michelle Obamas and Oprah Winfrey's? Though they came from humble beginnings, how did they get the confidence to get where they are today? I'll tell you. By great women who mentored them, great women who blazed the trail for them, great women who reached back and pulled them forward, great women who cultivated their leadership skills and engaged in education. My name is Gary McCarter, best known as Coach G, and I'm the founder and CEO of Coach G Academy Incorporated. We use STEP to engage youth into education, mentoring, and leadership, particularly young Black girls from Baltimore ages 11 to 19. Here are the facts. The education rate has dropped. The college retention rate and graduation rate has dropped 20%. Adolescent depression and obesity is at an all-time high. And from 2020 to 2021, the incarceration rate of Black girls in Baltimore City ages 11 to 19 is 5 times higher than it was the years prior. The facts are Black girls in Baltimore City are not safe and they're not being protected. But here at Coach G Academy Incorporated, we are armoring them up.
and we are combating the problems and issues that disproportionately impact young Black girls of color with our citywide mentoring program and our STEP team. We have a proven track record that can be seen on Disney Plus, the documentary STEP. We have done this work for years. We have had private performances for the illustrious Michelle Obama, at the Preakness, at AFRAM. We've traveled all the way from California to the coast of Africa. We have 100% college acceptance rates, and we also have 100% graduation rates. In Baltimore City, we are changing the narrative for young Black girls. Imagine if what we could do if we were fully funded. What we want to do is put Baltimore on the map in a positive way, change the conversation about young Black girls in Baltimore City. If we get this money, we will put it towards our travel fees because we want to continue to attend prestigious events and participate in things that will change these girls' lives. And it's been proven that having a Black mentor changes the trajectory of young girls' lives. Thank you.
Jerry?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get confident about. So Gary is number 8. Alright, so they gonna get a vote? Alright, so yeah. So everybody, if you can grab one of those pieces of paper, the QR code, here's your opportunity. So as I call your name, can you raise your hand? Carla? Hyacinth? Where you at? Crystal? Odessa, Shay. That's the first time. Patricia, Gilbriana, Ashley, and Coach G. All right, so 1 through 8. All right. So go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. Anybody else need to go? We got a whole bunch of papers. It's not one. She's special. That's true. Yeah. Did it work? Did it work for yours? It's your camera.
If you have an Android, sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, sometimes.
Alright, you done? Y'all still delivering? I like that. Alright, we all done? Oh, you still trying to get on? So if you have a flip phone, it's not going to work. If you don't have a flip phone, it's not going to work. tough crowd. You know, but it's always a crowd of your peers. And your peers have selected, we're going to give out 3 awards. We're going to give out 100 grand. Oh, sorry. That's a wrong. That's my meeting for tomorrow. So I bet $1,000. Second place is going to be $500. And then third place is going to be
So the third place will get a free admission to our next cohort amount of our
name.
Sorry, I ain't had no one.
There you go. Alright, so here we go. So first of all, let's give it up for my timekeeper, Drew. She looked at you. Juice break. A soda break. She need to get some water.
He did have water all day.
Okay, she needs water all the time. Alright, so give it up for the moms up here.